Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon Perna, and it has commenced. The 2017 free agency fuckfest is underway. If you want the free agency frenzy, go to the NFL Network, where you can watch terrible programming like this.
So, Ian, what you're telling me is that the Dallas Cowboys are playing a little Texas Hold'em, at least Hold'em for right now.
I see what you did there, yeah.
Ian, they didn't like that in the control room, I don't think, too much. Ian, thank you. Stand by.
Was that Texas Hold'em joke dumb? Sure, but Ian Rappaport is the real jerk. He just throws the blonde statue under the bus. I'm sure Ian hasn't slept in a week, but he may be the most humorless person on the planet. The NFL Network can have free agency frenzy. Here, we do the free agent fuckfest and teams be fornicating with new players. Today, I'll be going over as many of the important signings as I can discuss in one video. And are the Cleveland Browns winning free agency? That's good sports. This episode is sponsored by CWHemp.com. Go there now. Use my promo code, That's Good, to get 10% off of your Charlotte's Web hemp oil, which I'm taking now to keep my brain sharp for this free agency period. I use Charlotte's Web hemp oil to help with inflammation. And like I said, today it's about keeping mental, strong, sharp, focused as we talk about football. Let's do it. The biggest news on the day is that Jay Cutler is a free agent. Elite quarterback on the market. I repeat, all NFL teams, there's an elite quarterback on the market, is what I would be saying if Aaron Rodgers was a free agent and not Jay Cutler. Actually, the most surprising news, the most surprising move of the day was the Houston Texans trading Brock Osweiler to the Cleveland Browns with a second-round pick. So, Cleveland gets Brock, a second-round pick, and Houston gets nothing except for the relief of the $19 million cap hit he had on the team. The Browns decided to basically pay $16 million for a future second-round pick. Now, many people think this is a smart move for the Browns. I'm going to retain my position that they are still the shittiest organization in sports and have no real clue what they're doing. Brock Osweiler will supposedly be released by the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland traded for him and the second-round pick just for the pick. They think so little of Brock, they are willing to pay $16 million to not have him on the team. So I just have to insert this from Twitter. SoCal Avs fan says, the trade will forever be known as the Brock Buster.
The Dallas Cowboys are playing a little Texas Hold'em, at least Hold'em for right now.
For all of you not familiar with Brock Osweiler, his name is really easy to use as a play on words. Brock and Roll, Brock Lobster, Brockwork Orange, Brockabye Baby, Brockbuster. I don't know exactly how this money stuff works, but the Browns have a ton of cap space, a ton of draft picks. They may try to acquire Jimmy Garoppolo. They've bolstered their offensive line. They signed probably the best guard available in Kevin Zeitler from Cincinnati. They re-signed Joel Bettino. They signed a center. They still have Joe Thomas. They don't have a quarterback, but they may be getting one, and they may be able to do a lot in the draft, so maybe Cleveland is turning the corner in an unconventional way. But again, time will tell, and they may still just be the Cleveland Browns. Now, this 2017 fuckfest really ended up being like most fuckfests and breaking my heart. My heart was broken by the bald and beautiful Andrew Whitworth, who decided to sign a 3-year, $36 million deal with the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, Whitworth, they're not even the best NFL team in Los Angeles. The Chargers and Rams combined for the 9 wins the Broncos had last year. You could have played for a contender, even though I don't think the Broncos offered you anything. Instead, you decided you would spend your final days blocking for a pretty face. If I were you, I'd spend that new money on a luxury car, because every time you leave your home, you will be stuck in traffic for at least an hour. Free agency fuckfest broke my heart again after defensive end Calais Campbell toyed with all of our hearts in Denver before he decided he wanted to finish his career as a loser in Jacksonville. I hope Malik Jackson is cool moving to the left side of the line, because Jacksonville now has paid big money to 2 right defensive ends. The Patriots have signed former Buffalo Bills corner Stephon Gilmore This is interesting because the Patriots had 2 great corners on roster in 2016, Malcolm Butler and Logan Ryan. Ryan is a free agent, and there are reports that the Patriots are talking about trading Malcolm Butler to the Saints for Brandin Cooks. If that's true, that's pretty fucked up. How would you like to have single-handedly won your team Super Bowl 49, developed into one of the best corners in the NFL, only to be traded for a wide receiver? Hopefully the Pats make that trade and Logan Ryan leaves so they only have 1 good corner on roster. The messed up thing is now that Stephon Gilmore is a Patriot, Robert Kraft will invite him into his office, open a secret door, which leads into a dark candlelit room where Gilmore will open his mouth and perform penis fellatio on Satan's red-hot dick. Once complete, Gilmore will become a top 3 corner in the NFL until the Patriots decide to cut or trade him for someone else they like more. The Colts also traded tight end Dwayne Allen to the Patriots for a 6th-round pick. The entire NFL responded to this trade by saying, "Thanks for nothing, Indianapolis." Allen isn't going to be catching an insane amount of balls unless Gronk gets hurt again, but he's extremely dangerous in the red zone. In fact, he's a more reliable red zone target than Gronkowski. So thank God the Patriots just got better at scoring points in the red zone. I will say, I thought former Colts general manager Ryan Grigson was shit, but he would have never strengthened an opponent like that. Former Bears wide receiver Alshon Jeffrey signed a 1-year, $14 million deal with the Eagles, which as the top wide receiver on the market seems like a stupid move for Jeffrey. I guess if he stays healthy, plays really well on a new team, he will get a bigger long-term deal in 2018. I don't know, Alshon. I would have tried to get a long-term deal done this year. After signing Brian Hoyer, Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers gave fullback Kyle Juszczyk a 4-year, $21 million deal worth $10.5 million guaranteed. That's a lot of money for a fullback, but Kyle Shanahan puts a premium on the position because of the way he runs his offense. Shanahan has a lot of work to do, but I think this is a pretty good signing. Juszczyk is a dynamic fullback who can catch passes out of the backfield, which Shanahan did with their fullback in Atlanta. He's an excellent pass protection and will give Shanny Jr. a lot of options in terms of play calling. He also landed wide receivers Pierre Garçon and Marquise Goodwin and linebacker Malcolm Smith. I will give San Francisco a big dick move grade based on quantity, but it's a cautious BDPG because adding that many players means your team sucks, and there's no guarantee any of them will work out, especially when San Francisco really still doesn't have a quarterback. Ricky Wagner, another heartbreaker, signed with the Detroit Lions. I think this is also a big dick move, and although I wish Wagner had landed in Denver, I'm a big Matthew Stafford fan, and I hope Wagner will protect him with honor, and that Stafford gets a Super Bowl ring so he doesn't finish his career as our generation's Dan Marino. Wide receiver DeSean Jackson signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pairing Jackson with Mike Evans makes sense. It's like a bold, full-bodied red wine paired with the Whopper. Speaking of meat, I'm just really happy the news of DeSean Jackson's penis size did not deter the Bucs from signing him. It gives my future employment possibilities hope. For full breakdown of his penis, you can watch my cleverly titled DeSean Jackson's Penis Under the Microscope video. The Chicago Bears signed quarterback Mike Glennon to a 3-year deal worth $14 to $15 million per year. Like Jackson's penis, you either look at this and laugh, or say, "Aw, that's cute." It might work out as long as you learn how to use it properly. In all seriousness, Glennon is the perfect replacement for Jay Cutler, as neither quarterback is able to express human emotion via their faces. I am a little surprised John Elway didn't sign Mike Glennon himself. He's a 6'7" quarterback, which is Elway's favorite attribute in quarterbacks. Osweiler, Lynch, Glennon, all 6'7", all set to be future Hall of Famers. Now, I hate to get political, but I have to. I am man enough to admit when I am wrong. I do not like our president and despise almost every single person he's appointed to a position of power, but I fear I have been directing my anger in the wrong place. And after uncovering what I consider a massive story, I can no longer blame Trump for the problems in Washington. Turns out Kirk Cousins, not Donald Trump, is tearing Washington and this country apart. Cousins has requested a trade and will probably end up somewhere where he can no longer affect all of our daily lives. Fuck you, Kirk Cousins, for bringing us all to our knees and begging, just begging that this fucking country doesn't implode. Kirk. No, we don't like that, you son of a bitch. The best available corner, A.J. Boye, is going to Jacksonville with Calais Campbell on a 5-year deal worth $67.5 million with $26 million guaranteed. But the real losers so far are the Washington Redskins. DeSean Jackson is gone, Pierre Garçon is gone, and Kirk Cousins doesn't even want to fucking be there. Which makes Vernon Davis today's winner of the "Why the hell did I sign a contract to stay in Washington" winner. Yes, it's a very specific award, but Vernon earned it. At this moment, that's all the free agency news I have. I am sure since I recorded this video, and definitely by the time I edit it, new information will come. So let's do breaking news that I fucking missed. Wow, that was interesting. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube. Then follow me on Twitter at Brandon Perna. We can talk football and we can talk about why Kirk Cousins is ruining this country. Also, CWHemp.com. Use my promo code That's Good for your Charlotte's Web hemp oil. Yeah.